Good morning, guys. Hello. It is Monday, the 3rd of September, and it is the second week of PA school. We are starting the cardiovascular system. So we're going to have 3 weeks of cardiovascular, 3 weeks of RESP, and 3 weeks of GI, and then after that we're going to have the smaller systems like renal and eye and all of that stuff. So over the weekend I was just trying to read a little bit on the cardiovascular system using this book, and I just was reading here about taking histories and doing cardiovascular exams, because today we're going to be learning we have communication skills later on, and we're going to be learning how to take a history. So I just thought I would take you guys along this week with me, and hopefully I'll be able to vlog and show you a little bit of what we do. So come along with me as we go to PA school. Whoop whoop.
Your relationship with the patient, so allowing that trust to develop where they feel able to open up more, to share the worries that they have, or share embarrassing symptoms or symptoms which they maybe think aren't that important, or aren't.
Hey guys, so it is currently 10:13 p.m. It's still Monday. I am in uni. I am in my university's pret-a-manger. There's no one here today. I'm here because my house does not have Wi-Fi. We switched our Wi-Fi provider, and the engineers are coming to install the Wi-Fi until the 12th of September. So until then we don't have Wi-Fi. That means that when I'm at home I can't really gain access to the internet, and I have to come and do my work at university. I wouldn't exactly say that I'm doing that much work. I'm mostly just watching videos on YouTube. I wanted to see if I could go over like the lecture that we had today about taking a history, but I am so tired. My brain is just not working properly, so I will just watch a few videos, and when I'm tired I'm going to go home and sleep, because I have a 9 a.m. lecture tomorrow as well. So today we had 4 hours of a lecture talking about taking a history, and I thought it was quite interesting. I thought it was really interesting, but obviously it's a different thing learning the theory, and it's another thing actually practicing with people. So she gave us homework, so we have to actually take a history from our friends, from people we don't know, or from our family, just to get us practicing and stuff. But yeah, and tomorrow we're going to be learning the foundations of clinical medicine, and we're going to be starting with the cardiovascular system, like I said. So yeah. Hey guys, so it is currently 2:41 p.m. on Tuesday, and we were supposed to have some lecture kind of thing until 4 o'clock, but we finished really early. We finished at 2:30. So I've come back home. We were also supposed to have some students come in and speak to us, so some second year PA students who have just started the second year now, just to speak to us about how they found first year last year. But because it's such a long wait between now and 4 o'clock, I think a lot of people have gone home. So I have a friend who has just finished the PA program anyway, so if I have any questions I can speak to her. I don't think I had to wait around, but I've come back home. We had our first set of foundations in clinical medicine lectures this morning, and we had a lecture on cellular communication, just talking about how cells interact with each other, talking about homeostasis, which is pretty much the basics of things that we've already done. And then we had we had a lecture about excitable cells and neurotransmission, so electrophysiology, so about like action potentials and synapses and all of that kind of stuff, which is stuff that I've done before in my biomed degree, but like it was a good refresher to make me think about it, so I have to go through that again. At the moment I'm just going to I really want to write, I really want to work on my novel for a bit, and then later on in the evening hopefully I will do some studying just to go over the lectures that we had today. And also I want to go to our Christian Union meeting, which is in one of the student's house, and yeah, that's what I'm planning to do.
Hey guys, so it's currently about 5:30 and I just finished doing some writing, but I have been thinking about reopening my Etsy shop. Actually, some of you may know or may not know that I opened an Etsy shop in 2015, and basically I make some handcrafted things like these paper clips that I make, and also like some like these. I make like loads of stationery, and there's more paper clips there, and these other ones here. I sell like washi tape and stuff, and some sticky notes, and these sticky notes here, which I think are quite really cute, and some bookmarks as well that I make, like this Finding Nemo inspired one, this one, and this one as well, and pens, and I made some sticky books as well, and then some dashboards for your planners as well. If you have what are they called, filofaxes, I made some dashboards as well. So I don't know, one girl on my course, she has a craft business that she does on the side, and she makes like this fans, like just fans with African material, and she just inspired me to reopen my Etsy shop because I'd forgotten about it, and I realized, oh, I actually have an Etsy shop, and yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, do you guys think I should reopen it? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you think I should reopen my Etsy shop. But yeah, it would really mean a lot to me. Thank you.
So this is the next day, and I was in the computer room with my friends. That's the library over there. And I was just going through some lecture notes from the previous lectures, and there I am trying to use my colored pens to write down my notes because I'm a very visual learner, and sometimes I just put my earphones in. Sometimes I listen to music, but sometimes I just put it in just to block the noise. Hey guys, so I'm back home. It is 3:30 p.m. now, and we just finished our lecture in Investigations in Clinical Medicine, which is the module that is going to be replacing our dissertation. So they scrapped dissertations for us this year, so we're not going to write a dissertation, but they've replaced that with a module called Investigations in Clinical Medicine. We're still going to get a master's, but they've just worked it out in a way that we're not going to write dissertations anymore. I'm going to speak a bit more about that when I do a video later on, just summarizing how my first term has been, or my first year. So yeah, the lecture was supposed to finish at 5, but we finished early. I loved it. It was quite interesting because it was talking a bit about like blood tests and lab tests, how to what you're looking for with lab tests, laboratory results, and different types of lab tests, and how you can relate that to like disease and stuff. And I thought it was really interesting because I did a bit of that in my biomedical science degree in second year, and I really enjoyed that module. So hopefully I'll be able to enjoy this module as well. So at the moment I'm just gonna rest and sleep, and then I'm gonna go to uni in the evening and do some revision. So yeah. Hey guys, it is around 4:30 and it is the end of the day. Today's Thursday. This morning we had lectures to do with like cardiovascular stuff. We had lectures to do with cardiovascular circulation, and then we had ones to do with like conductivity and the cardiac cycle, so everything heart. And then this afternoon we had lectures on anatomy, so about the heart and the great vessels, and then we went to the dissection room, and then we had a look at the real hearts in the cadavers and looked at the vessels and everything. I couldn't record any of that because obviously you can't take your phones into the dissecting room and stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna rest. I don't really have a routine like what I normally do, but I'm just gonna rest, eat, and then I'm gonna go to uni later on in the evening to study. So, and I'll bring you guys along with me. Sorry if this vlog is boring so far. It's just my day seems to be quite repetitive. I'm trying to catch like different things that I'm doing during the week, but yeah, I hope it gives you guys some kind of insight anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So I decided to go to my university's pret-a-manger. Normally in the evenings there's no one there and it's very empty and it's nice and quiet, so I like to come here and study. And And in this clip, I think I was trying to study, but then I was using making my the Kindle version of my book as a way of procrastinating. So there I am, just working on the Kindle version of my book, which I will leave any links down below to that. If you're interested, you can get the paperback and the Kindle version on Amazon. So that's what I was doing in this video.
Is defined as a serum potassium concentration higher than 5 millimoles per liter. Hyperkalemia may result from decreased excretion, excessive intake, or shift of potassium from inside.
So this is the next day, and we were just having a introduction to clinical exam skills lecture, and we're just going through how to take observations, and after that we went to the clinical exam skills room and we're learning how to take manual blood pressure, pulse, respiratory rate, and we're practicing on each other. And then after that, I went back to the computer room and I was working on a poster and going through some lecture notes from earlier in the week. But the poster I was making was on the lecture that we had on Monday about how to take a history. So that's the poster I was working on. Hello guys, so it's your typical Friday night and your girl is back in uni and I'm studying. I'm trying to make my notes. Just because, you know, that's how PA school treats you. But I thought I would just explain to you guys what was happening earlier. I think I showed you guys some footage from the morning when we had a clinical exam skills lecture, and we had a lecture on how to take observations from the patients, how to check their blood pressure, their pulse, their temperature, their respiratory rate, and what else was the last thing? I've forgotten the last thing. And their SATs, their oxygen saturation. So we went through the lecture, and then after the lecture we went to the examination skills room. They divided us into groups, and then they demonstrated to us how to take a manual blood pressure, and then we practiced on ourselves. So I showed you just a little bit of footage from that. But yeah, I thought it was really, really interesting. I was so excited for it, and it ended up being really, really good. I mean, I was nervous at first. It's quite tricky, but I just need to keep practicing, and hopefully I will get the technique just right. So yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Can you imagine, like, you get that signed off?
Hello everyone, it's about 12:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. I just got back from church. I came back from church. I went to do some grocery shopping, and I'm trying to do some anatomy revision. Like I told you guys, we have anatomy every Thursday, and this last Thursday we were looking at the heart and central vasculature. So one fortunate thing about anatomy is that I did it in my first and second year of my biomed degree, and so I had to dig up all my notes from 2015, and I'm so glad that I made notes in anatomy, because now I don't really have to make notes anymore, because we did all of anatomy in first and second year. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going through the notes that I made under the heart and the central vasculature. So I'm using these Netter's anatomy flashcards, and these are the cards that I used in first and second year as well. So it's divided into sections. You have the head and neck, you have the back and spinal cord, you have the thorax, the abdomen, pelvis, upper limb, lower limb, and obviously the heart is under the thorax. So that is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to go through the different the vasculature of the heart and the structure of the heart, and it has the pictures here, and then it has the explanations behind, so you can test yourself and then you can flip it over and look if you're right. And I'm also just having some lunch, so that's just some avocado and tomatoes on toast. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so after I finished my anatomy revision, I took my planner. I've started using my planner again because I really do need it. I need to start writing down my to-do list and everything. So I've just planned out my week, so next week, and I've written down a few like to-do lists that I need to do, little things I need to do throughout the week. And today I needed to print out a couple of things, so I went to university and I printed out the 2 lectures that we have tomorrow. We have muscles, and then we have applied pharmacology, which is a new module that we're starting. And then I also printed out this document, which is called the Matrix of Core Clinical Conditions, and this is basically a list of all the diseases that I am supposed to know how to treat when I qualify as a PA. So after these 2 years, I'm supposed to have an idea, because I'm going to be tested. I could be tested on any of these conditions, and it's been divided into systems, as you can see. I'm sure any PA student in the UK would be familiar with this matrix. If not, then I'm sure they're going to introduce it to you at some point. But there you go. So this is going to be the final entry for this vlog. This has been the first proper week of PA school, because we started proper lectures on Monday, and I think it's been okay so far. So we had all 9 a.m.s. You know, we started at 9 o'clock this week, and I feel like I'm starting to get used to like my whole routine. I'm trying to go to bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, and I think I'm starting to get used to the 9 a.m.s and stuff. Sometimes we finish a little bit earlier, sometimes we finish at 3, sometimes at 4, so we don't always finish at 5. And obviously, when in a few weeks time we're going to be starting our GP placements, so Wednesdays are going to be dedicated to GP placements. And yeah, if you've got any questions about PA school, anything that you want to know, just leave in the comments down below, and I'm going to try my best to answer. Yesterday we had a a physician associate 10 years reunion. So my university has been running the program for 10 years now, and we had a little reunion. So we had PAs who have graduated from St. George's and who are now working. They came in, and we had students as well, so people who graduated last year, and you know, second year PA students as well. They were there, and we were just talking, and they were giving us some tips and advice, and it was really nice to see how, you know, we're part, like I feel really honored to be part of this little family, and I feel like physician associates are, you know, gonna, you know, do a really good thing, you know, when it comes to, you know, helping the NHS flourish as it's supposed to. So I feel very honored to be part of this little family and to be a pioneer of this profession. So yeah, it just made me to be like all the more excited for it. I know it's going to be really, really intense. I'm waiting for the workload to like hit me, but I feel like if I'm just organized, if I just keep being organized, hopefully I'll be able to pull through. It's only 2 years. That's why I keep like comforting myself and telling myself that it's only going to be for 2 years. But yeah, that's all I have to say now, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight. If there's anything else that you want to see, you want me to talk about, again, just leave it down below and I will try my best to answer. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day and God bless.